Hey there guys, welcome to the start of a brand new playlist where we're going to be working through some past paper exam questions on algebraic fractions. So this is very much higher only. At the moment I have 3 videos planned. This one where we're simplifying single algebraic fractions. The second where we're going to simplify expressions with multiple algebraic fractions, and a third one where we are going to be solving equations involving algebraic fractions. So in each of them you can download the questions to try yourself or play along with the video. Let's get going with this one. Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here and you're trying to get the best grade in maths you possibly can, let me help. Start now by subscribing. Okay then, here we go. First up, simplify x squared minus 16 over 2x squared minus 5x minus 12. So the secret to simplifying algebraic fractions is always, first of all, to try factorising. So, up on top, x squared minus 16 is a difference of 2 squares. So that factorises to x add 4 times x minus 4. And on the bottom, it might look a bit scary because of the 2x squared, but that gives us a clue. That tells us one of the brackets is going to need a 2x and the other is just going to have an x. So that takes care of the 2x squared. Now we know, because they are asking us to simplify this fraction, there must be a common factor between the top and the bottom. So the bracket on the bottom, which is going to be common, is the one with just x in it. So we know that is going to have a 4. Now at the moment we don't know positive or negative. We'll work that out. Now we do know that at the end we have this minus 12. So that means in the bracket with the 2x we're going to have a 3. Now then, one of these numbers on the bottom is positive, one is negative to get the minus 12. So we want to end up with a minus 5x. So if we stick a minus on the 4, that multiplies 2x and gets us minus 8x, which then nicely, if we put a plus 3, that's going to give us 3x, so that brings us back up to our minus 5x. Okay, so now it's factorised. We can now see we have common factors of x minus 4. So they cancel each other out and leave us with x plus 4 over 2x add 3. Cool. Okay, next up, so we're not simplifying but rearranging an algebraic fraction, so it still seemed relevant. So we want to make v the subject of the formula. W is 15 times t minus 2v all over v. Okay, so that means we need v to appear just once and on its own throughout this whole thing. So I'm going to first of all multiply through by v. So we're going to get v w. Now I'm also going to expand the brackets. So that's going to equal 15t minus 30v. Okay, so the thing that we're trying to make the subject, we want to get every term containing that on the same side. So I'm going to add 30v to both sides. So I then have 30v add vw is equal to 15t. Okay, now on the left we have two terms containing v. So to turn that into one v term, we factorise. So on the left we have v times 30 add w, and that is equal to 15t. And then finally we divide through by the bracket, so v is 15t over 30 add w. Okay, next up, show that for x is not equal to minus 1, and that 8x squared minus 8 over 4x add 4 simplifies to ax add b, where a and b are integers, so whole numbers. Okay, so factorise. So the top and actually just the top we can write as 8 times x squared minus 1. In the bottom we can write as 4 lots of x add 1. Now in there we can cancel out the 4 with the 8, so it's going to give us 2 lots of x squared minus 1 over x add 1. Okay, so now again, the thing in the brackets after 2 is a difference of 2 squares. So the top becomes 2 lots of x add 1 times x minus 1, and that is all over x add 1. So now between the top and the bottom there is a common factor of x add 1. So they cancel each other out and we get left with 2 times x minus 1, and now that expands to 2x minus 2, and that's it. So I know sometimes when you're asked to write things in the form ax add b, it might seem a little strange that we have 2x minus 2. All that means is that b is minus 2. Okay, next up, we want to simplify 4x minus 8x squared over 12x minus 6. So my first move would be to factor out any numbers. So up on top, we can write this as 4 times x minus 2x squared. And on the bottom, we can write that as 6 lots of 2x minus 1. Okay, now the 4 and 6 have a common factor of 2, so we can write this as 2 lots of x minus 2x squared over 3 lots of 2x minus 1. Okay, now the top inside the bracket still has a common factor of x, so we're also going to bring out a factor of x out the front. So we're going to have 2x times 1 minus 2x all over 3 lots of 2x minus 1. Now at this point it might look like we can't do anything more. However, things in the brackets are very similar. We have 1 minus 2x and 2x minus 1. So what we can do, up on top, if we factor out a minus 1, then we can write the top as minus 2x times 2x minus 1 over 3 lots of 2x minus 1. Now we have common factors of 2x minus 1. So finally, we can actually write this as minus 2x over 3. Next up, we want to simplify x to the 5 minus 4x cubed over 3x minus 6. Okay, so up on top, the biggest common factor is x cubed. So the top we can write as x cubed times x squared minus 4. And on the bottom, we have a common factor of 3. So we can write that as 3 lots of x minus 2. Okay, so nothing we can do at the moment. But on top, we have a difference of 2 squares. So we can write the top as x cubed times x plus 2 times x minus 2 all over 3 lots of x minus 2. So the x minus 2's cancel and we get left with, not a very satisfying one, we get left with x cubed times x add 2 over 3. Now up on top we could expand the brackets, but we don't have to, so that will do. Okay, next up, simplify fully. 3x squared minus 8x minus 3 over 2x squared minus 6x. Okay, so on top, because we have 3x squared, we're going to need a 3x. Okay, now the two numbers need to multiply to minus 3, and we need to get down to negative 8x. So, luckily, not many things multiply together to give us 3. It's just 1 and 3. So if we stick a negative 3 there, that's going to multiply 3x and give us minus 9x. And then if we stick plus 1 there, that multiplies x, which gives us 1x, bringing us back up to minus 8x. Now on the bottom, we have a common factor of 2x. So if we bring that out, we get 2x times, well, 2x squared divided by 2x is just x, and minus 6x divided by 2x is just going to give us minus 3. So, we have a common factor of x minus 3, so there you go, bye-bye, and we get left with 3x add 1 over 2x, and that's it, nothing else we can do. Okay, now the final page, part A, simplify x minus 1 over 5 lots of x minus 1 squared. So, they've factorised it for us. So, if we stick brackets around the top, hopefully we can see there's a common factor of x minus 1. So the top just becomes a 1, and the bottom becomes 5 lots of x minus 1. Again, we could expand the brackets, but we don't need to. Okay, now this guy has no algebraic fraction attached, but we're factorising a quadratic. It was attached to the above question, so we're going to do it. So, factorise fully 50 minus 2y squared. Okay, so at first glance it might look like there isn't much we can do. There is a common factor of 2 though, so we can at least write it as 2 lots 25 minus y squared. Now, in the bracket we have a square number minus another square number, so it's a difference of 2 squares. So we can write it as 2 lots of 5 plus a y times 5 minus a y. Boom. For the first video in this playlist, I really hope you found it useful. So the next video is going to be simplifying expressions with multiple algebraic fractions. So adding, subtracting, multiplying and dividing algebraic fractions. Good times. So hope to see you there. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, get subscribed. You're awesome. Cheers.